Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome on TWN Network, and we're doing a kind of a all of a sudden card reading. And we've been having a really bad technical problem. So we're so sorry we're late. I hope some of you are still out there so we can have this beautiful card reading. My name is Jean Lorio, and they call me Auntie Jean. And of course, I want to introduce Teri Angel, who's our beautiful Mama P, and she's going to be doing the reading. And I'm going to be over here and probably giving my comments as I usually do. But I'm so glad you all are here if you are. And I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. So Teri, you want to explain?
Yeah, I'm just, I can't get the chat to work, so I'm got it up on my phone for where we're live, which is Angel Speakers, Teri Angel. So if you're finding us, we're only going to be on for a little bit, and I'll do what I can for those that jump in here. So first, I'm going to pull a card for our Auntie Jean.
Oh, wonderful.
And somebody just jumped in and joined us. So hello, whoever you are.
Wonderful.
And the card deck is the Sacred Rebels deck by Elena Fairchild. It's the only Oracle card deck I have besides my Kuan Yin deck. And Jean, oh, Deirdre's here. Good afternoon, Deirdre. Can you share this into the messenger group, please, so we can get some of our P's in here? So Jean, I pulled New Birth, Guarded Vigilantly. You see that card?
Pretty.
Isn't that a pretty card? And the number is 24.
Huh?
So let's see what your card means. New birth, guarded vigilantly. And it is, in every creative process, in every birth, in every opening of a new cycle of life, there is a time of vulnerability. This vulnerability is natural and appropriate. It is the foal learning to become steady on its legs. Those legs will become remarkably powerful in time, but the process of growth and maturity has to take place, and that requires some wobbly first attempts. It cannot be any other way. Oh my gosh, Jean, how appropriate for what we just did, trying to get this program to even open up. We came across so many technical problems, and you were just ready to say, I can't do this. I throw my arms up. I quit. So that's what it's telling you, that there's that period of adjustment. There's the learning process, which is what you just did. You just went through all of that. And then you're steady on your feet. And it's that same way with everything we do in life. And I feel like for you, this is a real lesson. It was like a test, right? That no, you just don't just give up. You see how there's maybe another way to do it. Maybe there's another workaround. And I even said that to you. There's a workaround. We can do this.
So patient, Teri. You are so patient.
But isn't that beautiful that that's the card that came up, just showing you immediately what was taking place in your life?
You know, that's kind of funny because I went and pulled out one of my card decks. And it's the one I use is the angel guidance.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of leafing through them before we came on. And the one that I stopped and had to look up was the one about vulnerability.
There you go.
And I was looking at it, I said, I don't understand that one. So I went and looked it up, and it said the exact same thing.
Right.
Yeah. So that's synchronicity for you.
It is. And it's that huge message for you that when something immediately doesn't work, to say, okay, let me just step away, because that's what I do. You can see that I just said, okay, let's back out of it. Let's just step away, and then we'll go back into it and go step by step. So sometimes we have to do that with everything in life, not just technology. Technology can be a real challenge if it's not something you do all the time where you know it like the back of your hand. So whatever comes up, just step away, say, okay, let me start this over again. Let me start from the beginning and look at my steps and see if maybe I misspelled a word, or if there's something that I forgot to check off, or I signed into a different thing I'm supposed to sign into. So there's all of that backtracking sometimes that will help us get to the place we need to get to.
Wow.
That makes sense to you?
It does make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
And getting the angel message there really gives me a little bit more courage and, that I can do this. I can.
Absolutely. So Deirdre said, "Oh my God, I am that foul, that foal. I'm still so wobbly from that illness. The spirit's willing, but the flesh is weak." So Deirdre, take this message for you as well. And just sometimes we just have to backtrack. Sometimes we just have to fall back so that we can go forward. I love that. Gracie is here. Linda's here. My friend Lynn Marie. Oh, hi, Lynn. She said this is a happy surprise. Hi. Prochetta is here. Kathy Hand is here. Stacy. Well, hello, everybody. How beautiful. All right. So, Deirdre, you were the first one in here. So, Deirdre, if you would like a card, just give me a heart and I will pull a card for you. And let's see what the beings of light have to say to you today. And I see your heart. Thank you. All right. So, Deirdre, what does Deirdre need to know for her best and highest goods? And any of you that are on here, we're not going to be on terribly long, but if you have a specific question that you want them to address, just go ahead and type that in. Ooh, Deirdre, I love this. So Jean's was number 24, and I shuffled, shuffle. And the one that came up for you was number 25. And yours is release the dark wound and let love heal. Now, you were just saying how you were still reeling from what you had just gone through, right? That dark time and not feeling well, all the illness that had happened. So here's your card that's speaking to you very clearly to release that dark wound and let love live. So I'm going to see, I'll read just a little bit of what Elena has to say about this card that she created. If we detach something from its source too soon, trying to force it to become what it is not yet ready or willing to become, we can unintentionally sap it of its strength and kill it. There is a dark wound in the consciousness of humanity which demands perfection and denies process. If you are thinking of publishers before you, if you're thinking of publishers before you have ever written the book, if you are comparing your unfinished song idea to the latest best-selling pop release, if you have decided you are not good enough or worthy enough to succeed before you've given it everything you've got and asked for divine help, then this dark wound has you in its grasp. So it's telling you, Deirdre, that sometimes we don't even know what that dark wound is. We don't even know what's there that we're trying to release. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to keep going to the source of it. You just have to acknowledge there's something there that needs to be let go of. And then, like we did in the morning show this morning, just decide to release it with love. That's all it takes. And this is the perfect time to do that. It's a perfect time to let the full moon energy wash away whatever is not needed. And that's what I'm feeling for you, just to let go, just like in the picture, they're letting go of that fish, sending it away. That's what I want you to do. Just release it. Whatever that is that had a grasp on you, just release it. Jean, are you getting anything from this message?
I can resonate with it too, that there's been something I've had to release recently that just was really dark. And yeah. And the energies are so high right now. that sometimes it gets confusing. It gets, you keep feeling these energies and you don't exactly know what's going on. So I was wondering, can I pick a card for Deirdre?
Yes, and Deirdre says she's letting it go.
Let me see.
She said, I'm practicing the pause and just laying back for a while. I love that.
Okay.
Hi, Brookie. Brookie's here.
Oh my goodness. This one kind of goes right with what yours was.
Of course.
This is, oh, I should take off this back.
Yeah, I had to take my background off so I could show the cards.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, Lynn, thank you so much for your compliment. She says, I look more radiant each time she sees me. And that Jean, you look beautiful today, is what she says.
This one is cut the cords. Cut the cords. So it goes along with that about letting go of that darkness. So, sometimes it's hard to cut the cords. And like I said, with these new energies that are coming in, it gets really confusing sometimes. But we have to listen to our angels and our guidings and stay in the light. I think that's the thing. Stay in the light.
And
be places where that light is appreciated and you expand it. So it's
yeah. Absolutely. Well, I am filling a card for Grace Isis. Let's see what the angels and divine and the ascended masters and the loved ones have to say to our Grace Isis. She was chomping at the bits to get in here with us today. And Gracie, I don't know if you have a specific question in mind, but I'm just going to pull a card and see what they have to say to you. Ooh, I love this one. So you get the shock of the new. The shock of the new. I have been feeling such a newness with you, something new coming your way. And I feel just a beautiful energy with this card. I feel like there's a loved one that's talking to you through this, that's giving you a message with all of the symbolism in this card. Can you see everything that's there? It's just a powerful, amazing card. So let's see. Prachetta, I think you're on with us, honey. I know you just sent a message, but I think we're still online. Hopefully we are. Yeah, it's telling me that we're still online. Now, before I get to the interpretation, let me just make sure Restream didn't do something weird and take us off of Facebook.
There's no telling. Let me tell you.
Okay, now it says we are live. I don't know. Weird stuff for sure. Oh, I can see the chat this way. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I went to check because now I can see the comments from people. All right. So Gracie, your card is the shock of the new. And Deirdre says, I see you in that card, Gracie. Yeah, I do too. I definitely see you in the card. So you hold the card back up while I read this to you.
Gorgeous.
What wild, unconditional voice is calling to you? Can you hear it? It is so different and so unusual, it might be hard to decipher, like hearing an unfamiliar language for the first time. It might be hard to discern with great clarity now, but there is an affinity between you and this strangely beautiful newness seeking to manifest. This oracle says there is a stirring at the deepest level within you. Something new will break through, and the process of this birth may be a shock to you. Gracie, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
It is.
I have felt a newness for Gracie for a while now. I felt that there's something coming that is so powerful. And Gracie, I know you've been patient. I know you've been waiting, honey, for that breakthrough. And I think this is just telling you that it's here. It's already here. You're just on the other side of it right now. So it's time to really get into being all that you can be. Just allow it. Allow that newness to come. I love all the symbolism in the card. You know, the sunflower, that's a huge symbol of freedom. Just freedom is what I feel for you. It's coming around the corner. It's here. That's right, Gracie. So beautiful. Jean, what do you get from that?
Well, you know what? This is not at all, I don't think, in the essence of your card, but it was so perfect for Gracie. It's called
Aw.
Ease and Grace.
Peace and grace.
And when I apparently hadn't studied that one, so I went and looked up what the book said, and I think this will resonate with her. Okay, it says, this is a time to learn and adapt. You are being guided to slow down, take your time, take in the current moment, and allow space for events to occur. You often put too much pressure and expectation on yourself, and this is not required. Also, with constant effort and rush, you'll find yourself becoming overwhelmed and tired. When you are too forceful, you use up too much energy, and that may hinder your progress at this time. If you are in a difficult situation at work or with other people, don't feel you have to prove your skills, talents, or worth. Just step back and breathe, and through grace, you will be seen, understood, and recognized for who you truly are.
Wow.
And after she was telling us about work yesterday, I thought, oh my goodness, that's what the angels are telling her, is to, ease and grace, which to me is Gracie,
It
just
is.
naturally. So, but obviously something, eventful is going to be happening, and she needs,
Yeah,
good.
I feel that. So Prachetta says she can't see or hear us.
Oh,
Prachetta, maybe go on YouTube. I think we're streaming on YouTube as well. Didn't we leave it on there, Jean? I think.
I don't remember that.
Destinations.
You were on your 2 cents.
Yeah, we are on Angel Speakers YouTube. So you can go there and
Okay.
you'll be able to hear it there, Prachetta. You did that and it did not work. Okay, honey, I don't know why, but maybe you can just watch the replay. Let's draw a card for you. I know you had asked a question. And let me get to that question. Okay, where did it go? I'm going to scroll back on my phone because I can't see it on there. Now I can't find it on the phone either. So Prachetta, if you have that question, if you would type it in again so I can see it. Oh, there it is. Kindly advice on how should I work for my professional success. Okay, so let's see what Prachetta needs to know for whatever is happening professionally in her life. Angels, what does she need to know? Ah, how beautiful. It is softly, softly, the tender touch. Wow. And again, one with a lot of symbolism. And Prachetta, as I look at this picture, and I want everybody to look at it, look at how beautiful it is, but look at all of the different aspects of this picture. There are tears streaming down the face of this person. Do you see that? There's tears coming out of her eyes. There's this, I don't know what the energy is at the mouth, but there's something, definitely some type of energy wanting to manifest out of the mouth is what I'm getting. So let me see what Elena has to say. The feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. When we are at a point in life where we want to attain greater things, but don't necessarily have a proportionally greater supply of energy at our disposal, it is time to work smarter rather than harder. This is the way of feminine wisdom. However, a cultural ignorance of the feminine way currently prevails. We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. The feminine way is not about force, nor is it about driving, striving, pushing, or grabbing at what we can in order to create. It is about inviting what we wish for to come into the space we have provided for it, internally and in our lives. So I knew there was a purpose for seeing those tears. The tears, to me, represent compassion. And you are very compassionate, Prachetta. But I also see a sense of want, a sense of, oh, I want something, but I don't have it. I can't put my hands on it. So what this card is inviting you to do is to be more gentle with yourself, and to allow that energy to come to you in divine timing. You know, we always talk about divine timing, waiting for it, letting it come to you in its divine plan and the time of that divine plan. So, Jean, I saw you. I think there's some confirmation going on there with this message for Prachetta. Divine timing.
Divine
Yay.
timing. Isn't that amazing?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
It says, life is always unfolding in the perfect time-space sequence. So angel wisdom is encouraging to move into a state of trust, knowing that good things are always unfolding for you. You may find yourself being impatient and unsettled, but instead of letting your ego and imagination pull you downward, trust that your prayers are being answered and your plans are coming to fruition, a way that is meeting your needs rather than your wants. You may feel that your prayers aren't being answered or that your hopes aren't being realized, but you must know that the universe and your angels are always working towards the highest good, and the outcome will best serve you. When this card appears, trust in the process. So,
I love that. Trust in the process.
In the process.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Trust and faith. And believe that you are being seen and heard. So many times we don't think we are. So many times we feel like we're struggling all by ourselves, but you're not. You're so connected in with everyone else. And when something happens to one of us, it happens to all of us. So we're all going to wrap our arms around you, Prachetta, and help you to find that gentleness in your life. And I'm also hearing like the words in the message to not try to force it. Exactly. It doesn't work to use the strife and the force and trying to make it happen. It's you're just going to spin around in circles. There's going to be more tears. So dry those tears, put a smile on your beautiful face, and just welcome in that wonderful energy that's going to help you to know exactly what it is that you're going to be doing. And it will involve a lot of compassion. I know that. Trust, faith, and belief. So, Prachetta, I hope that made sense to you. I see that you're on YouTube now and you can hear us. So good. So glad. We have Lynn Marie, a dear friend of mine from back in Florida. Lynn, it's so good to see you on here. And Lynn says, I heard from my Indian a few months ago for only the second time. She has a spirit guide that works with her. I would really like to hear from him. I feel a very strong masculine energy, even see him more often, because when I do, it is loud and clear, and that is very much appreciated. So let's see what comes up for you to help you to get into the energy of seeing and hearing your spirit guides. And what you got for us, Elena? The Sacred Fool. Very interesting dynamics going on in this card. So I want to see what Elena had in mind when she created this card. The Fool is a great rebel, able to thwart convention and tell the truth without restraint. Your heart is a wonderful, powerful, sacred fool. It cares not for the right way to do things. It cares not for what the mind says is real and not real. It lives according to an inner wisdom that cannot be dictated to or controlled by anything. It loves, it lives, and it is what it is. This oracle heralds a time, now or imminent, when you will feel inspired, alive, and passionate for what you can offer to the world. It says to you, don't try to be appropriate, don't try to be socially acceptable and worry about what others may think about what you're doing. Just be. If you want to wear a mad hat while doing so, then fine. So it's finding your own way, then just allowing and not worrying about anything else in the world or what anybody will think or say about you and your guides and your wisdom that's coming through, because it's coming through for you. It's there for you to experience and to hear and to know without a doubt in your heart that that is real, that it is something that's available all the time. And when you allow it and get rid of any ego thought, then that's when the miracle happens. When we stop trying so hard, just like Prachetta's message, when we stop trying so hard and we stop putting up a wall and putting up resistance to it, then the miracle breaks through and finds us. And I believe it is imminent, just like what the card said. It's right there in front of you. And I think you're going to hear more and more from that guide. And I can't wait to hear what comes forth from it. Jean, what you got for my Lynn?
I think I pulled her guide.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow.
It says learning experience. And I don't know Lynn. I don't know, what she's been going through, but this is what it's Kyle Gray. It says you have dedicated a lot of your time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world, and have had many experiences recently that have been great teachers. Even though not everything has been easy or perfect, there has been positive in that you have come to understand yourself, your gifts, and your abilities better than ever. You are deeply connected to who you are, what you stand for, and what's important to you in life. When this card appears for you, angels are acknowledging the challenges and obstacles you have surmounted recently. Although it may have been a difficult time for you, your faith and inner strength have increased. Know that the cloud has silver lining, and you will soon have moved beyond the feeling of being stuck or unsupported.
Oh, Lynn, I know my Lynn, and I know that, yes, it has been a very tough year for Lynn. And the things that you've gone through, darling, I know that that has shaped you and it's helped you to be stronger inside. So absolutely, what a perfect card, Jean.
I just
I,
love
I think I think both cards were so perfect for you. And I hope that that resonated what came out with the Kyle Gray card. She said she loves Kyle's cards. He's awesome. Yeah. So then thank you for being here. Thank you for finding this as it popped up. And so glad that you're here. I think we're going to do one more and then get off of here. This has been wonderful today to have this. And Lynn says, that's awesome, Jean. Thank you. Yes, my bad car accident has caused a great deal of physical injury that I'm still dealing with. Yeah, I knew you were, honey. And I knew that has been a real struggle for you. But just take these words to heart and allow your guides to help you with the next phase, whatever that looks like.
They're with you and they're admiring your inner strength.
Yes, absolutely. So Linda's with us. Linda Lemieux asked for a general reading, and she says, I feel like I'm slogging through the mud. Well, let's see what the cards have to say for you, Linda, because I feel like there's a light there that needs to be shown on something to release, is what I'm hearing. Something needs to be released. Okay, well, you get conscious connections. Conscious connections, which is a very good card because it shows me in this card, you're not alone. You're not alone. So as you feel like you're slogging through that mud, that it's so hard to traverse your way forward, you're not alone. And let's see what Elena has to say about it. There is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There is an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship if you are willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you. Sometimes it's hard to bear the differences between one another. One person may be willing to live life in high definition, while another may prefer to live it more vicariously until they have the confidence to step onto the center stage of their own life story. We are not here to judge each other, just to love and to be loved, and to let go of those that cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. This oracle brings guidance for you to trust in the sanctity of the connections of your life. Linda, I think that card is speaking volumes to you right now. And even as I look at it and look at the graphics that the creator, Elena, used in it, you can see that there's some color on one person and it's all black and white or gray on the other. And sometimes that's the way it is in life. Sometimes we pay attention more to the flamboyant, to the ones that are yelling the loudest, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. So you're being asked to pay attention to all of your connections and see where there may be some that you can step away from, some that you can go deeper in conversation and heal whatever the rift is. So, Linda, I just hope this resonates with you because I'm feeling it for you. I'm feeling it for a lot of us. I think this card in particular is a great one to end this on because I think we all need to hear this message. And I'm going to read it again, but Jean, I want to hear from you first.
Well, I just think this is some encouragement for her. The card I drew was strength and guidance. And what it tells her, and I think this maybe she needs to hear, don't underestimate the power of your soul. You are a strong and resilient soul with the capacity to rise above any challenge. Divine intervention is taking place at this time. Whatever is occurring in your life is providing a real learning curve for your soul. You are becoming more and more aware of what will lead you to fulfill your purpose and what will divert you from joy. Your angel guide is encouraging you to recognize that the feelings that are coming to you now are guidance that will help you understand the steps that you need to take and the moves that you need to make in order to be aligned with abundance and support. So I think it's trying to tell her, she's got it in her. She may feel like she's walking through a mucky time, but she's got the strength that the angels even admire. So they're with you.
Absolutely. They go hand in hand, these two cards, just like all the others did. Mm-hmm. It's such a resonance today and such a synchronicity. And yes, Kathy Hand, I was thinking of you with this message as well. Kathy says, believe it or not, those cards resonate with me too. And Linda says, bingo, you got it right. And thank you. And Karen Palmer's here. Hi, darling Karen Palmer. Thank you for jumping on with us. And Deirdre said that card was deep. It really was. I'm going to read that message again because I think this is the perfect ending for us doing the card pulls today. I feel like this particular card was for so many of us that are listening and those who might hear it later, that this message in particular is one we all need to pay attention to with our connections, with our interactions with each other. We're here to shine our light, to let our light shine forth with love, with laughter, with joy, and that brings in the energy of peace. It brings in that beautiful, sacred connection with each other in the oneness. So I'm going to read this card. It's Conscious Connections. There is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There is an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship if you are willing to honor your differences and look to what ignites you and what unites you. Sometimes it is hard to bear the differences between one another. One person may be willing to live life in high definition, while another may prefer to live it more vicariously until they have the confidence to step upon the center stage of their own life story. We are not here to judge each other, just to love, to be loved, and to let go of those that cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. This oracle brings guidance for you to trust in the sanctity of the connections in your life. That is for all of us. It's for all of us to just open up to each other, love each other unconditionally. And those differences that we're seeing in each other, it's not really differences. It's all of us having these experiences here in life for the collective, where our soul is growing individually and our collective soul is growing. And that's the way to do it. And yes, it's such a powerful card, isn't it, Linda? Differences are all illusions, is what Karen says. This has been beautiful. Thank you all for coming in. And if you didn't get a card pull for your own self, just know that all of them are for all of us because we are connected. And especially this last card. Linda, thank you for being here and for asking that question that you ask. And sometimes we do feel kind of stuck, but we're not really stuck. We just need that clarity to move forward. And I think that's what this card has given us. Thank you all for being here. Jean, thank you for hosting this and for pulling cards right along beside of me. I love this.
Oh, this
It was beautiful. It was fun.
Cards. I love them. Yes. I don't know. I have all these decks, but I'm drawn to this one. This one always seems to speak to me.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, this one is my favorite. I think my favorite out of all of them, except for Kuan Yin. It's the Sacred Rebels by Elena Fairchild. Elena is so high spiritually in her writings and in the cards that she creates. She has many decks, and this particular one is one of my favorites. So thank you. And you're so welcome, Linda. Linda says, thank you both. And Karen says, thank you so much. I love this too. And Lynn Marie says, yes, they all resonated. We all came together today for a reason. We sure did. And Grace Isis says, thank you. And yes, thank you for all questions asked and for guidance that has come forth. Beautiful. Well, Jean, I think we can end this.
And you were beautiful, Teri, as always.
Oh,
love you. Love this family. There's nothing better. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And sorry about being so late. And anyway, namaste.
It was divine timing, Jean.
Well, we did have a lot of people. So
yeah, absolutely. Namaste. Thank you. We'll do it again. This was fun. We'll do it again.
It was. We'll have to do it sometime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Love you all.
Love you all.